everyone, welcome back to Thistle Stop. I'm Morven, this is Neil, and we're at Polkemmet Country Park for a cosy winter walk. Polkemmet Country Park is in West Lothian and it sits right between Glasgow and Edinburgh. It's almost exactly halfway, and it's close by to the Heart Hill services. And the M8 motorway runs along the edge of the park. There's a golf course here, a play park, there's a cafe and actually an owl centre, which we've never been to, but it looks quite interesting. But it's a great little park. There's lots of lovely little paths and you can do different routes. And we love coming here. When Amber was a baby, we used to come here a lot with the pram and do lots of nice woodland walks. And the River Almond actually runs right through the park, which we'll take you to as well. It's a bit muddy today. First of all, we're going to see the horn, and you can see it from here. We're going towards it. And lots of people will pass by it regularly, I assume, and not know much about it, because you see it so clearly from the motorway. And the horn, it's based on the whole idea of like amplifying noise. So it uses the wind to broadcast poems and songs to passers-by. Did you know that?
So will we hear it when we're standing next?
I'm not sure, but
I've never been down to it.
Let's go and find out. There it is. Well, you can hear it. The horn, an artwork by D.L. Scullion for the M8 motorway. Inaugurated on the 21st of November 1997 by Magnus Linklater, Chairman of the Scottish Arts Council. So it's from West Lothian Council and the Walker Group, and it was the National Lottery Fund. I can very faintly hear like voices, I think, coming from it, but the sound of the traffic is so loud that I can't make it out clearly. But yeah, just one of the little interesting points to see at Polkemmet Country Park. I know you would hear it better like at night time when there's no traffic. I could hear very faintly, but maybe that's just the voices in my head.
Probably. Also, you don't know if it's like constant or if it's like
coming and going, yeah. It's an absolutely beautiful day today. It's so bright and sunny and it's not that cold. And there's beautiful blue skies. I don't see a single cloud. If you come here early in the morning, you'll see deer running through this section and running from this part of the park over to where the golf course is. And they seem to go between the edge of the motorway and the park here. You quite often see them jumping over and like getting across the river. So this little part here is called the Wildlife Pond, and it highlights all the animals and beasties that you can see here. So we've got bats, larvae, tadpoles, all sorts of things here. So it's quite interesting. If you've got kids, you can come and show them what kind of wildlife you can find down at the park here. And it's a little loop that you do that takes you around this pond here. And it's not that much to see at the moment, but in the summer there's lots of reeds and lots going on. And there's like a little lookout point over there, see? So if you wanted to come and sit and observe the pond for a while, you could get yourself comfortable and watch what was going on. This is us going over the River Almond again. Sounds so relaxing when you're walking along next to it. So the park was opened by West Lothian Council to the public in 1981, but before that it had quite an interesting history. From about the 1700s, the Baillie family owned it. It was a local family and it was a big private estate. The Baillie family owned it for 300 years and there was a thriving country estate. It had stables, tennis courts, all sorts of leisure facilities, so you could tell they were quite a wealthy family. In the 1871 census, it showed that Polkemmet House here in the estate, which was the big mansion house, had 39 rooms and 11 domestic servants. During World War II, an army camp was set up on the grounds here at Polkemmet. And then post-war, the mansion house became a school and home for disabled children. And it was the Princess Elizabeth at the time who became Queen Elizabeth II that came here and opened the school. The Trefoil School, it was called, in September 1945. The Baillie family connection with Polkemmet finally came to an end in 1947 with the death of Sir Adrian Baillie, who is interred in a mausoleum here on the grounds of Polkemmet Country Park. The Trefoil School closed in 1951, and it's at this point that I actually have a bit of a connection with the park, a family connection anyway. And in 1951, the Scottish Police College opened up in the mansion house here at Polkemmet Estate. And my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, did his police training here at Polkemmet, which when I discovered that after we'd been coming to this park for a while, it was quite interesting to find out that he'd came here all those years ago. That period of its history was fairly short-lived though, and it was only in 1960 that the Scottish Police College moved to its current home at Tullyallen. And then that was when the house and the grounds kind of fell into disrepair. At that point, the National Coal Board was the owner of the estate. And as you know, Whitburn and the surrounding areas were coal mining areas. And it kind of just lay empty. It was only a few years later in the 60s that the main house was unfortunately demolished. West Lothian Council took over the running and opened it up to the public as a country park in 1981, and they remain the owners today. So this is the part of Polkemmet Country Park that I just love. It's my favourite part. And in autumn, when the leaves are all changing, you feel like you're in some kind of magical woodland. And in the summer, when the trees are all green, it's just so dark in here. It can be the middle of the day and it's dark in here because there's so much greenery around. But yeah, you can hear the River Almond flowing right past here, and the sound of it is so loud and I just love it. It's like, you know, the sleep sounds that you get, like relaxing sleep sounds. It's like a real life version of that, and it's just so lovely. But I want to talk a wee bit about the River Almond at this point, which you can see. The source of the River Almond is near Shotts in Lanarkshire, which is actually not too far from here. So the river is quite young at this point, and it flows through West Lothian and towards Edinburgh, where it comes out into the Firth of Forth at Cramond. I think it's just lovely to hear the noise of the river when you're doing your walk. And as I'm standing here, I can see squirrels climbing about the trees over there, but it's probably too far away to see. You can see the squirrels climbing the trees up there. Oh, there we go, there's one higher up as well. So, pretty much every time we come here, you'll see something, whether it's a deer or a squirrel or tadpoles, there's always something. So here's the car park just up ahead here. And this is where a bowling green is at the moment. And there's lots of little benches you could sit at. We're not sure, but we think this is possibly where the mansion house stood. If anyone has any information and can tell us, it'd be good to know, because there's literally no trace of the house anymore. But the stables are just behind this point. So here's the bowling green and there's the former stables. So I think that must be where the house was. So I'll just let you see the courtyard here, which was the old stables of the Polkemmet House. And so this is the Owl Centre here and the Country Cafe. There's also a nursery back here. So this train here, which you can see, is in the car park of the country park, and it's from Polkemmet Colliery, and it used to be a train on the coal mines. And as you can see, there's a lovely big swing park. I'm not going to film too much because it's a Saturday today and there's a lot of kids around playing. But we love coming here with Amber. It's a great little park, isn't it? Mm-hmm. There's lots of stuff for like smaller kids to play on, and there's also like a big massive climbing frame for older kids. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a good variety of like different things for kids to play on, no matter what age you are. So this is us coming out of the kind of more wooded area into the golf course part of the walk. And there's another car park over there just to the left if you come in the main entrance of the park with your car. So if the main car park down at the stables is full, you can park up here as well. Now this is where I get the fear a wee bit, because some of these golfers are not that good.
Well, you have to cross.
You have to cross in front of a tee, so they're just kind of, there's fast, high velocity golf balls coming towards you if you catch the wrong moment. I've absolutely loved making these videos this year and connecting with some of you. So I'm sending out lots of good wishes to you all. We'll be back hopefully next week with some New Year videos. And until then, have a lovely Christmas and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.